Hi guys! So today I'm going to be getting into the steps that I used to get this beautiful look that I have going on. So the things that you're going to need is some hair gel for laying your edges. So for me, I use the Marini Naturals curling gel, and then you'll need a brush. Any type of brush will do. This is the type of brush I'm using. You'll need a darling fluffy kinky. I'm using number 2, and then you'll need 3 hairpins. So the first thing that I'm going to do is undo the whole thing, and then we can go step by step together, and then to achieve this look. So now that we have my hair back to default settings, let's get into it. So I just need you to use your fingers and cut out the middle section into a mohawk right down to the center, so that you can have this whole centerpiece stretched out like that. And then you either brush out the sides of your hair, as I've done, or hold it back with a hairband because you need it to fall back and not interfere with this section. What we need to do with this section now is plait the braid as you had seen it done. So what I need you to do is cut out, or rather partition, the front bit of your hair horizontally, and then partition that front bit of your hair once again. So the first, make sure what I've realized is very important for me is that this first part of the hair, for you to have it have like a front, or rather a straight or up front, erect front, you need to pick out your first section and braid it as if you're braiding it into a matuta, going upwards, and then now just braid the rest of your hair as you would. If you have it in that style like we want, now you want to tuck in this remaining bit of the hair, so you just tuck it in, and now this is where we start using the pins. So tuck it in, tuck the end of your braid into your hair. So now we have that, and we now want to work on the rest of your hair. So for this bit, you need now your fluffy kinky, darling fluffy kinky number 2, and then you just pick out some sections as I have and stretch them out. So you just need to stretch it out and pick as much as you want, depending on how big and how fluffy and how majestic you want your band to be. So for me, I wanted just the size that it was, so I just picked a little bit, and then now you're going to stretch it, pull it out, and stretch it out. So once you have it stretched out, and you don't want it to be messy and tangly because that's going to make the next step difficult, so you take your hairband. I'm using just a plain black hairband, and then hold your hair at the center, and then just take your hairband round. You want to make it tight so that it can fix nicely, but as you make it tight, you also want to leave some space, And that's for the next step. You're going to see why we need to leave some space. And that space is because we need to sort out the rest of the hair and make it flow. So you pick out your hair and make sure you push it more towards the front. And then now you're going to take this section and just tie it around your hair as you just normally would. So you want it to be fixed and tight so that it won't fall off, or you won't feel like it's almost falling off. So it's for your comfort. And now you have your hair like that. So there's so many ways you can play around with this, and I'll take more videos showing you how you can actually just let it fall, or you could put flowers and just so many other things. But for today I want to focus on that specific look. So what we're going to do now is just take a section of the hair and take it round, because what you want to do is secure the base. So you take it round, and where it ends, you'll take your pin and secure the base. Then what you're gonna do is take the rest of the hair and just take it round. So now if you're happy with the way it's turned out and the bulk of it and everything, you'll just take your last pin, and wherever you feel like it's a bit loose, or it's, for me, I feel like this bit is a bit loose, so I want to just secure my turban. And we're done with the main part of the look. So the next part is laying your edges. So for me, I've already laid my edges, but I'm just going to take you through the steps that I use to lay my edges, or rather just give you a few tips. So as I said before, I use Marini Naturals. Okay, there we go. I use Marini Naturals curling gel, because I don't like using the gels that are very sticky, and this is not sticky, so that's why I like it. Then a soft toothbrush, and just apply a little bit, not too much, just a little bit on the top, because you don't want it to smudge or become too much. Yeah, so now when I have that little gel, I just use it too, and then because it gets finished, so you add more and just keep laying your edges. And I realized everyone has a different facial structure, so how I might lay my edges might not be the best way for someone else to lay their edges. So it took me some time to actually realize that this for me is the best style that works for me. So for some people, they actually partition their edges right at the center, but for me that doesn't work. So I rather partition my edges from the side and just leave this little section here, and that's basically how I would do it if I was doing it right now. And then for the last bit, now you want to add a bit of gist. Just, this is it's like a clip with a flower, and I'm just going to place it there. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something new, and until next time, bye. Yeah, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, give me your ideas, anything that you want me to try out, wherever you think you might want to find out where I got my products from, or whatever. Like for example, the Marini Naturals, I got it from Super Cosmetics, Mamangina Street. And the brush, I got this brush from Golden Cow. Yeah, they were doing a promo. So yeah, but just stuff, anything. Bye!